All right, so we're moving on to a very interesting and engaging panel yet again. I'm sure you all are looking forward to this one as well. A few months ago, I had the joy of interacting with the promising associates of OCLD for a guest lecture to talk about the nuances of professional presence. While I think we all know the full form of OCLD, I wanted to give a gift to them, something that they'll really remember, and it'll make OCLD even more memorable for them. So I had my own interpretation to the acronym OCLD. So O stands for observe keenly, C is connect authentically, L is lead with details, and D is deliver with delightful service. Thank you. So the reason I'm saying this is because next up, I'd like to coin this as Made in Oberoi Gentlemen. On the panel, we have the Oberoi Alumni Wider Spectrum. And these gentlemen personify this acronym and continue to strengthen the legacy of Oberoi, not just at home base, but also across the world of hospitality. I'd like to welcome to the stage Devendra Bharma, CEO of Geo World Center, OSHM, 1984 graduate, 35 robust years across Trident Agra, the Oberoi Bangalore, and New Delhi Oberoi Hotels, Mumbai. For Devendra, Oberoi is a foundation. Welcome. Our next panelist is Kiran Andicot, Senior Vice President, South Asia, Marriott International, OSHM, 1995 graduate. He spent his early years across the Oberoi, Bangalore, Rajvilas, and Trident Cochin. For Kiran, Oberoi was where it all began. The training ground, friendships, stories, and the standards that are intact even today. Welcome, Kiran. Now I'd like to call on stage Ribhu Chatterjee, Cluster GM, Swiss-Belhotel, Australia, OSHM, 1982 batch graduate. He worked at the Oberoi Grand Kolkata, the Krishna Oberoi Hyderabad, and the Oberoi New Delhi. Oberoi for Ribhu is about uncompromising attention to detail. In his words, simply the best. Welcome. And finally, I'd like to invite Amitabh Rai, Chief Operating Officer, Luxury Accor South Asia. OSHM 1993 graduate and has spent 2 decades across Oberoi, Delhi, the Oberoi Grand, and Gurugram. He considers his years at the Oberoi the best foundation in the business globally, and he believes that God is in the details. Welcome. Welcome. These gentlemen will be in conversation with Mohit Nirula, Chief Operating Officer, the Oberoi Group. All right. I don't think Mr. Nirula needs an introduction there. Also an OSHM 1988 batch, a leading voice in guiding what will follow in the journey at the Oberoi. By the way, of course, it's hard to miss his wit and sense of humor.
Hold on. Wait,
right,
you meant wait.
Over to you, Mohit. Enjoy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for, although I did see a few walking out, but to all of you who stayed back, I saw Mr. Keswani walking out. He normally says, I'm going for something I can't delegate. Don't tell him that when he comes back. So, thank you all for staying back. And unlike up until now, where you've had everybody on the stage having things to tell you, all of these people have already told you all their stories, all their growth, where all they've reached already. So this entire session, while I see it says across generations, and I should tell you, batch of
93, 95.
You see how I point disdainfully at the juniors? The batch which graduated in 95. So in your case, the batch which joined in?
80, 82.
Joined in 80. So we've got 15 years expands over here. Welcome back, Mr. Keswani. So 15 years over here, but guys, we've been given 60 minutes and we are really the filler group in this entire show. So we've been given 60 minutes and it can't be done by just us talking. So please participate. To all of you who are junior than us, please interrupt. To all of those who are senior than us, please instruct. You've done that all your life. Why stop today? Right? So with that said, until there will be participation from you, this is going to be a very dreary 1 hour. Right? So like I said, 15 years here. May I please check in the audience, graduates of the Oberoi School of Hotel Management, Oberoi School of Management, the first batch or the senior most batch here is who? The batch of?
खड़े हो जाओ जी खड़े
I saw two more hands up, sir. Mr. Agarwal, batch of? Graduated in 70?
Same batch.
बार-बार नहीं खड़े हो सकते, sir. Same batch. All right. So those are the senior most, the batch of 72. Can the junior most stand up himself or herself? Which batch is that? Come on, the youngest. What batch is this? 1820, sir. Please sit down. Thank you, sir. All right. So there you got 1820 to 7072. That's the range that goes across generations. And on the stage, 15 years over here. And really what I would like you to do is just engage with us. Who in this group is the most politically incorrect, will call a spade in this group? Any names?
Mohit, Nirula.
No. In the group in front. Come on. Ms. Jetli, can we risk this with you? All right. Can the bell please be passed to Ms. Jetli? Ms. Jetli, the request to you is, if you hear any BS coming from here, please ring the bell. We don't want any politically correct namby-pamby stuff, right? So I will ask the questions. The moment you feel, nah, is zyada, just ting it. Very good. So I introduce you one more time, the junior most in the group, Kiran Andicot, batch of
93, 95.
93, 95, guys. Kiran Andicot. The person senior to him,
91, 93.
91, 93. See, till now, we can say Kiran and Amitabh. The batch of 86, 88, Mohit, Nirula. Anything above this must start with the appellation Mr. So, Mr. Bharma, batch of?
84, 86.
Mr. Bharma, batch of 86.
88.
He wants me to feel old. So firstly, thank you to Ajay and Ratan for telling me the dress code. Everybody is in a tie, I've been told. Sorry, I come from Australia, so I'm dressed like this most of the time. And batch of 80, 82 feels really old. Good to see all of you.
So we'll start with Mr. Chatterjee. Mr. Chatterjee, you're coming to Delhi after 17 years.
18, I thought.
18 years. You're amongst Oberoi people after many, many years in India. And like any good reporter from any Indian channel would say, "Aapko kaisa feel ho raha hai?"
I don't know. Just before I left home, my wife told me don't talk too much. Remember, there are much brighter and younger people than you ahead of you now. So, but anyway, it feels good. I actually left this hotel as EMF&B, and I haven't been back since. So I don't know. I don't know how to describe the feeling. It's just great coming back. Everything just feels the same. And then, I always tell people Oberoi is like the army. We batches stack up, and everybody calls each other sir. And even after 20 years, it's sir, and it's Mr. This, Mr. That. Exactly what Mohit detailed out. Feels great. Thank you so much for having us. Ajay has been pushing me for the past 10 years. Aja na. So this year I made it. Feels great. Thank you very much.
Welcome. And please spread the word. We want more and more people coming back. The next person I go to is Mr. Bharma. And I mean, when I left the company and was out for 6 years, I went into an industry that was briefly mentioned in the previous session. I went into senior living. And senior living is actually a lot of real estate, a lot of hospitality, and a lot of healthcare. And I know that when I stepped into that industry, from a comfort zone, which was, a very comfortable, warm, cozy cocoon where you knew everything, you knew everybody, how it all worked, where the strings were connected, who pulled which string, etc., the learning curve shot up. So when I see what you do today, Ribhu, and when I look at the range of your remit, and when I think of all the new things that you must have been, how's it been for you with this new learning curve?
So firstly, I have to say, I flew down from Bombay this morning and I thought I'll have airtime on stage, but Mohit takes over the first 20 minutes himself. So
8 minutes and 15 seconds.
I have to push back a little bit.
Well said.
So Mohit, I think you did pretty much what I'm doing now. Moved out from core hospitality into a world of real estate, senior living, etc. So I now run a similar business, but the business is run by a certain base or a foundation, which really for us on this panel comes from OCLD or OSHM in our time. I think we were all youngsters, 19, 20-year-old fellows who joined the school, and there was Arun Agarwal is sitting here, Mr. PG Matthew, who I've seen after God knows how many years. He, Vijay Vanchu, I don't know where he is. These are the people who really taught us the world of hoteliering. And I think the base really started here, where you started understanding business, you started understanding people, you started understanding detailing, quality, excellence, etc. So pretty much, I think I've just carried these learnings over the years into the business that I'm in now. I don't think it's hugely different from what we do as hoteliers, but I think you just have to have the ability to unlearn a little bit and then relearn as quickly as possible, and that's what I tried doing. While our business is almost, Geo World Center is about 6 odd businesses. So there's a convention exhibition business, there's a cultural center, there's a mall or a retail space. We are setting up residences, and we'll have a club, etc., associated to it. So when it came to convention exhibition business, I date back to my learnings. I was a youngster at the Oberoi Grand, Calcutta. That's where I started my career. Under this gentleman on my right.
First day.
I was the youngest banquet manager over there. He was quite a driver, actually quite a tyrant those days. But anyway, so that was the grounding. You just learned the hard way, and I think you just have to then remember all that and then bring it to whichever assignment is accorded to you. So as I see it, the transition, while it's been seamless, I always believe that it's just a question of being able to unlearn, learn again, and sometimes just sit back quietly and hear the subject experts who throw a lot of things at you and have the ability to ask them, I don't understand this, so teach me, especially the theater business. I didn't know it at all. Today I feel, I know a bit about that part of the world as well. The rest is similar to what we've pretty much, I think, learned all our lives. So.
Great. We now go to Amitabh, and Amitabh's in a new role. How old?
3.5 months.
3.5 months. And it's a company that's starting to come together. And when I was talking to Amitabh, I kind of said that, listen, every organization is a reflection of the culture that is unique to it. And what I see with you and your group that's come together, all of you are in Accor, which has its own culture. All of you were in Marriott, which has its own culture. But all of you started from Oberoi, which had its own culture. So how do you go about subsuming all that you've learned or gained or wanted to internalize and become this new culture with your flavor to it?
Thank you. Before I answer that question, I would just like to take 2 minutes. Firstly, to tell you about Mr. Ribhu Chatterjee. And the reason I'm saying this is because I was a management trainee here when he was EAM F&B. And I still remember I was first day in F&B. I was in the kitchen and stewarding. And I suddenly see there's people running all over the place and everybody's like kind of getting back to work and things are being put in the right direction. I'm trying to figure out what is happening, and suddenly I hear this booming voice. You know, he used to have he still has, a real booming voice in the kitchen. And I said, who's that? So they said, that's the EMF&B, Ribhu Chatterjee. And, when he's there, it's just, you just have to kind of fall in line. And I still remember that. It's a memory that when I met him just now, I said, I can't forget. Secondly, I'd just like to take a minute to thank Mohit. I was telling him yesterday, this is a great second career option that he's kind of developing, which is moderating panels across various forums. And I told him, I said, whenever there's a panel being moderated by Mohit Nirula, the room is full. And as you can see, the room is full. So you're doing a fabulous job.
I'll pay you later.
Okay, thank you. Coming back to the question, so yes, you're right. We all started with Oberoi. We went to Marriott. We're now at Accor. We're trying to build, as Gaurav was mentioning, absolutely new venture, very, very exciting venture. And I think what we're trying to kind of create there is what, I would like to call, or we like to call, a 3-part of the heart culture. And I'll tell you what 3 parts of a heart. And the first part is what we call the warrior's heart, which is you never give up. You get hit, you get up, you go, you continue. You just don't give up, like a warrior.
This you got from Oberoi.
Correct.
You get hit, but you never get hit.
No. So I'll tell you. This you learned. Of course, you got from the Oberoi. You learned it a bit more in Marriott, and so that's the warrior's heart.
Okay.
The second part of the heart is the server's heart. The compassion, the empathy, the ability to put other people first, to care about others, whether it's your team, whether it's your guests, whether it's your partners, always putting other people first. That's the server's heart, which again, learned a huge amount at the Oberoi, learned it further again at Marriott. And I think the last part, what I strongly believe is going to be the key, is what we call the child's heart, which is the ability to have fun, irrespective. How much ever the stress, you should be able to have fun, which I think I learned a lot and only at the Oberoi. Because we always were bonded, we were always, some batch or the other, as you can see now, and you always had demanding bosses, and you always had Mr. Oberoi, and there was always that, but you had to have fun. If you didn't, you'll go senile. So I think that's the culture we're trying to kind of incorporate now into our new venture.
Well done.
Thank you.
So warrior,
the warrior's
server,
heart, the server's heart,
and
and
the
the child's heart. Yes.
Speaking of children, it brings me to Kiran. Sorry, it's just 15 years. That's the problem. I never have I believe 24 hours is not enough for me to be able to barely try and do my job. This man runs a portfolio which is 10x the size of our company. And many times I kind of look at you and I say, how do you do it? So the question is, how do you do it?
Firstly, it feels like being back at the Oberoi when you're the junior most and you're hearing others. So, I feel meant to be seen, not heard, and meant to deliver. But it's great being back in this room with so many of you, because like we said, you can leave Oberoi, but Oberoi doesn't leave you. To answer your question, you only have those same 24 hours. It's about ruthless prioritization, knowing what moves the needle. But more than that, it's building a team that you can enable and empower. Rest all is just about scale. So it's pretty much the same as long as you have the systems in place.
It can't be that simple. Come on. Ms. Jetli, you're awake or...
She believes it.
Okay. Now I'm going to check whether you guys know the people on the stage well enough. We have 5 of us. How many of us have played only one innings with the Oberoi group? How many of us? Please, sir. How many of us have played only one innings with the Oberoi group? Go ahead. Disciplined guy with his hand up in the air. Who are the 3? Who said 3? Who said 3? Please stand up. Please stand up and embarrass yourselves. Very good. Wrong answer.
Just one innings, yeah.
Just the one innings. Just the one innings. Surprise, surprise. There was a very small... Jaldi out ho gaya the second one. Second, 2 innings.
2 innings.
2 innings. 2 innings. Dekha? General knowledge not very good. 1, 1, 2 and 2 and 2. How many of us have had a stint at the Oberoi Grand? नहीं ऐसे नहीं आता. Who says 4? Stand up. Please stand up. Stand up and embarrass yourself. Very good. Listen one more time and you're 3 embarrassed. We've already let loose this answer. First day at work, who reported to whom? Debu reported to Ribhu. There is one more over here who on the first day of work reported to one more of us. Any guesses? Amitabh reported to whom? Stand up. Yes. Who? Stand up. Sorry. Sagar, you. No, Amitabh would never report to Mohit. I must tell you a story about Amitabh and Mohit another time, but go ahead. Anybody? Debu, you want to give them the answer?
I think to me,
No, I reported to you for sure. But there was one more person who's reported to you. You see, appraisal bhi theek se nahi kiya. Kiran Andicot.
Who knew?
Well, technically, he was F&B manager and I was room service and butler. So there was a layer in between.
Yeah.
And yet you sit next to him so comfortably. No, but listen, of all of us, if there is one person who's got the biggest portfolio, that's young Kiran. So please, big round of applause. We rib you because we can, right? But otherwise, we have a lot of respect for you. So don't take it any other way. Okay, how many people who were your bosses are in the room today?
Wow.
The same question will come to you, so think about it.
So, I'll start with Mr. Agrawal. He
Okay.
was
Please,
first
Mr.
boss
Agrawal, all of us.
at
Mr. Agrawal, please.
He was boss for all of us, I think.
Yes.
Who are your bosses are in the room today? तो सब हैं, अर्जुन शर्जुन सब हैं यार.
आज सुबह भी you walked in, we said ham और bacon में पीछे hind leg कौन सी थी?
And then Mr. Bharma.
Mr. Bharma, that's it?
Yeah, unless I missed out on somebody. No.
All right.
Only
Name
2.
a few more, yeah.
Come on, Mr. Bharma.
Directly, I think Mr. Bootlingam over here.
Yes,
Mr. Arjun Oberoi, of course.
of course.
Jain Saab, who's always a boss to everybody. Whether you like it or not, Ratan Keswani. God, sorry if I've missed out people here, but...
And we must extend gratitude to all those bosses who made all of us the way we
Make
are.
him stand up. You forgot me. Stand
You
up.
forgot him.
You forgot me.
I said it first. I said it first. So,
Any of your bosses?
Yeah. Mr. Arjun Oberoi, of course. Ajay is here. And I saw Rakesh Mathur somewhere. But I didn't report to him in Oberoi. I reported to him in Intercon when I used to work there. So, yeah.
Tab bhi picha nahi choda. Very bad.
Debu. And of course, like he said, Mr. Jain and Mr. Arjun Oberoi, everybody was
No, we are not
direct
talking
bosses
of
only, I would say.
Yeah, we are talking of
They
direct
were
bosses.
really-
People who were abused, who were how should I say? What's the right word?
They're all missing from the room.
No. People who have abused you and made life difficult for you. People like Mr. Jain. That is not.
No.
You have one.
the moment you said Mr. Jain, I
Mr.
said,
Jain. Anyways, all of us who have done FRMs to Mr. Oberoi.
I am sorry. I will like to. Mr. Jain for us was the early warning AVACs, which you see nowadays in the West Asia War. The AVACs, the airborne warning air control system. I would know at least 3 days before what was coming my way. All thanks to
Where were you based?
Calcutta.
Is that where Mr. Mukherjee also?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What a coincidence, Mr. Jain.
I think Amitabh's wrong. AVAX is, air warning, initial warning or whatever. He was a B-52 bomber. Forget any warning. He would just come and dump the dump.
For those of you
us.
who do not know, the reason for our success, Mr. Jain, will you please stand up and show yourself?
And the guest feedback forms used to come in front in the FRM. That's it. After that, it was all over.
But I do want to say something about Mr. Jain. I think when Ratan and I were here, Mr. Naveen Jain was Naveen to us, was very well behaved.
Really?
Yeah, he used to imbibe a lot of passive smoking and sit in his office there in front of Ratan, and that. And
Very fond of mineral water.
he was very well behaved. Lot of mineral water kept to himself. He did try a lot to say ye aisa nahi ho sakta, but somehow Ratan and I convinced him to tag along. So he was a good guy.
Since everybody is talking about their bosses, I must talk about Mr. Agarwal, of course, was Bhishma Pitama. But my first boss was Mr. Gopi Bhavnani. Please hand up. Where is? There you are, sir. And a lot of people in Bangalore may know Mr. Gopi Bhavnani as an avid golfer, but he was well before his time. He was an avid cricketer with a vision. He knew Ben Stokes was going to be Ben Stokes much before Ben Stokes became Ben Stokes. He used to call me Mohit Ben Stokes. The F&B manager was, God bless his soul, Bhatia Ben Stokes. The engineer was Bami Ben Stokes. And the accountant was Sunil Ben Stokes. Right? And we'd sit in the evening and we'd say, we are blood brothers, we have the same family name. But coming back to the panelists before Debu says, yahi bol raha tha. We'll start with you, Debu.
Oh, God.
And
Okay.
the question is, it's a very cozy environment, Oberoi hotels. Everybody knows everybody. When you stepped out, and I know you went to DLF first and then to Geo, at some stage you might have come across something which kind of made you say, God, this is not like Oberoi hotels.
I think
And the same question will some way come to you, so think about it.
at every step I said that, I guess. We were just, we spent our life with the Oberoi group. And I think it was it's been so much a part of us. It still is, I think. So when you step out, the first thing you start doing is comparing. Then it comes to the managers, the leadership. We've all been part of Oberoi school. We think same, we deliver same, we understand each other's body language, etc. The moment you step out into another world, there are mismatches, and that's really where the disconnect or discomfort sometimes starts. So on many an occasion, I went through these things, but that's when you have to just try and shut one chapter and then get into another one, just to try and remain relevant in that one. Otherwise, if you just land up constantly comparing, I don't think that's the right way to run a business. So as you speak, you've got to be in the moment at that time. So
that's true. I must here acknowledge Kiran Andicot's helped me with some of the questions, because I wouldn't have had the brains to do all of this myself. So thank you, Kiran, for some of those suggestions. So since you gave me this one, can you answer this one?
Okay.
Well, it hit me in the first month that I left Oberoi, in the first morning meeting in my new organization that I shall not name. It's not my current organization. And the difference was stark. And I was a bit disillusioned. I was, at that stage when you leave Oberoi and go, you left your comfort zone. That's where you started with, and then you're starting to think whether you made the right decision. And then you adapt, and then your learning is different. You're doing a lot more. It's like simple things like guest feedback scores, right? And I'm reminded of Mr. Agarwal's when we were in school and used to get 8 out of 10, and you'll feel very happy. And Mr. Agarwal used to say, and this I then used to tell my team that, you shouldn't feel too happy, because if 10 guests came and asked you where Nizamuddin was, 8 guests, you told them Nizamuddin is this way, but 2 guests, you said Nizamuddin is that way. So don't feel too happy about it. So that stuck in my head, just sharing that anecdote. There are many more with Mr. Agarwal.
Mr. Agarwal, please stand up and take a... There are many. Mr. Chatterjee, to you.
I think the question should be, look, I have worked for 5 or 6 organizations now, and I think the basic hoteliering or the concept of hospitality doesn't change wherever you are. People change, but each hotel has a jargon. I guess the first thing I want to say is that if you come out of the Oberoi school, or what it's called learning and development, now OCLD, it never leaves you. And then whether you're inside or outside, that part stays. And a very strong part of that you can feel in this room today, that the camaraderie, even of people I have never met, they will come up to you and say, I remember you. Like somebody came and told me, oh, you are from Oberoi Grand. People still talk about you. I mean, I don't know a soul in Oberoi Grand today. I went this time to have a look, and I found out that the hotel was shut for renovations. Great thing to learn about. But yeah, that it never leaves you. But some things, like in Oberoi, we were taught that quality is quality. And the first thing which struck me when I left was that we are in the hotel to make money. So sometimes you compromise with quality. No, that's not how it works. If something is bad, you fix it and then you earn more money. That's okay. That's Oberoi's part. I think my job was with Holiday Inn, and over there it was, it's okay. Maintain quality, but cut some corners here and there so that your bank remains full. Otherwise, your job is out before you know it. So that was the first thing. And one of the anecdotes I wanted to share was I joined somebody who had a relationship with Oberoi at that time, Mr. G.V.K. Reddy, and he opened this. I was the opening general manager for his Holiday Inn. So here I was installed in this site office. I was the only one who had a cooler, 45 degrees temperature outside. Everybody else is dying of the heat. I have this cooler working, and this guy comes and says, sir, can you approve these drawings? What should be the height of a chair, and what should be the size of a board to keep your knives and forks in? And I had no clue. Everything in Oberoi was done by Oberoi, the department which did your planning and development. You didn't find out that this should be 18 inches and this should be 30 inches. So I said, where have I got stuck? And then my MD comes along and says, you better start getting all these details because you're the only one we know. You're the guy we hired. So big difference. But then look, that's the turning curve. But again, coming back to quality never leaves you. So if you have it, it doesn't matter, irrespective of small company, big company, you still will deliver that. And you will still find the dirt in a place where nobody else can find the dirt. So they'll ask you, well, how did you see that? No, we have been taught to see that. That's what I want to say, yeah.
Is that on cue?
You're the one now.
You're the one
Same
next.
question.
Okay. Sorry, since most of them have kind of answered, my answer is going to be very similar. But I thought I'll just put it differently. You know, when I left the Oberoi after my first tenure of 20 years, I actually became an entrepreneur. And when I opened my first restaurant, everybody told me, they said, "What are you doing? I mean, you know, you're spending way more than it's feasible to kind of recover from one." And to me, I was coming, it was the general manager of the Oberoi, ex-general manager of the Oberoi Grand's restaurant, right? So I just thought it has to represent what I kind of bring. I mean, you know, my lineage. But having said that, I still remember, I'll tell you how I realized one day that I'm no longer at the Oberoi. Couple of months down the line, my phone rang and it said, "Mr. PRS Oberoi calling." And instinctively, you stand up, right? Instinctively, with the phone, you stand up. And I was expecting the first question to be, "Amitabh, where are you?" That would, you know, that was normally what was the first. But it was, "Amitabh, how are you?" And I said, "Oops." I mean, then I realized I am not. You know, I'm no longer in the company. I'm out of the company at the moment. So that was a aha moment. Yeah.
All right. I think you've kind of alluded to in some way or form at the Oberoi Group, and all of us at the time when we were younger, or even as we got senior in the company, we knew what we had to do. And you could call it being dictatorial, you could call it being directed, you could call it being everybody having the same vision. But we knew what we had to do and deliver. As you go out of the Oberoi Group, suddenly the saying of what needs to be done and delivered transitions from you being directed to you having to do the directing. How have you adapted to that? And Mr. Bharma, we'll start with you and then go elsewhere.
All right. Yeah, you're right. At the Oberoi Group, I think one part was the direction from Mr. Oberoi. And I think the great part about the organization was it empowered you to run your own business as long as you delivered results, whether it was business or guest scores, etc. When you move out, there is a direction, but I think in that you have to meander a little carefully, but make your own point across. And I think I've realized that when the leadership on the other side starts looking at you, being able to take the initiatives, doing the right thing for the job, I think they'll start stepping back and giving you that much more rein. So it's just a question of balancing it a bit initially, and then once you, like I said, the core is from here, and I think the core was so solid. I think that's really what holds you in good stead. That's what I practice. It's worked.
How many years did you work, Kiran, before you left?
8 years.
8 years. So you already had a fairly strong foundation. How did you make this transition?
So I was just thinking about it. It's more a natural progression, which for instance, if I had stayed back with the Oberoi, you would, as you grow in your careers, that changes, right? When you start, you're learning, and then later you start taking decisions. I'm sure today the general managers at the Oberoi are directing as much as anybody else. So I would say it's more a function of where you are in your career rather than pre-Oberoi and post-Oberoi. Yes, of course, I left too soon.
And you've only played one innings.
I've only played one.
I
I never got the opportunity to come back.
Mr. Oberoi?
Open-ended.
Mr. Chatterjee?
Yeah, like I think the way I looked at it was a lot of people tried to copy the OCLD as it is called today, and we were always in. It's a horrible thing. It sounds arrogant, but we were always in demand. We were always being headhunted, and that was a good feeling. And I think when you went to the next job, obviously this umbrella is missing, and this system that we had of natural progression with badges and based on your merit and what you get was missing, and now all of a sudden you reach this other place. I think the way I handled it was believe in myself. Why would I be headhunted if they didn't want me for what I am? Why should I change? Because that's not what they're buying. They come to me, offer me a higher salary quite a few times over to do a certain job because either they have heard about my school or my association or the fact that I am good at what I do. So it was fairly easy once you understood to try and stick to your. Obviously, you have to make slight changes to adapt to their cultures and whatever have you. But I think it came pretty easily that people didn't want you to change. They look at look at everybody where they are today. Everybody is in high places, and everybody's been either headhunted or gone there knowingly or unknowingly for a purpose because they were good. So I guess we have to believe in itself, and that's what this association gave us. That we don't need to change. We need to be true to who we are.
Mr. Rai?
For me, I had no choice. I had to start giving directions because, like I said, I became an entrepreneur after my stint. But during the period, of course, when I worked closely with the senior leadership, with Mr. Oberoi, understanding the reasons for those directions, understanding the reasons for those decisions was very critical for me in my learning, specifically as I ventured out on my own, and to be able to implement those and to be able to learn and grow from there. So I think it worked beautifully.
And when this question was suggested to me to kind of put it through, and I was asking myself how much were we directed and how much, and because I've also had 2 stints, how much were we directed or how much was there complete clarity on the deliverables. And my sense is from the times that I was here before, the boundaries were very clear and you had to play within those boundaries. And now that I've come back, and here I told you about my first bosses, I must tell you about my latest ones, both Mr. Arjun Oberoi and Mr. Vikram Oberoi may have left, but Mr. Arjun Oberoi is in the room. Now, even the boundaries are for us to define. And the entire company is coming to grips with the fact that you are no longer restricted by what you thought were boundaries. And therefore, very much like that Pavlovian syndrome of I shall not cross this line because shock lagta hai, people have stopped even trying to push that line, not aware that there is no shock anymore. Right? So the culture shift that is going on within our organization is the fact that the boundaries can now also be defined by yourself. So, and I tell you, it takes a lot of bravery to be able to do that. So when somebody was saying that we are a startup, actually the Oberoi Group at this point in time is probably at its inflection point. We are a 92-year-old company with a proud legacy made by so many in this room, but with the attitude of a startup. So that's a great time to be in the company. So anybody planning on a second innings with us, please reach out to Mr. Oberoi. I will now switch gears because all of you have been proud members of this fraternity. You, like I keep saying, all of you have contributed for the company to be where the company is today. And we are now going to embark on an expansion which takes us to double our size in the next 6 years. It's never happened with our company, right? And it is going to happen. And as people who are proud of what you've created, and I'll start with you, Kiran, so it gives you a little time to think about as we speak. If I were to ask you, please give us advice on what to remain truly focused on as we go on this journey, what would your advice to your old company be?
That's an interesting one, and it feels odd giving this advice, having learned and started from there. But I would say protect the core values.
I should, and I apologize for interrupting
No worries.
you. What I've learned is that what you learn when you're outside is many times more different than what you learn when you're inside. I'm not saying better or whatever, but definitely different. So your advice is being sought with sincerity and welcomed with sincerity. So please
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
So like I was saying, I would.
Yeah, this didn't sound right.
Bayade, no, that's you've got your answer.
Stand up, Bolana. Stand up.
Stand up.
Yeah, stand up.
Sorry, yeah. So I would say protecting the core values, because scale is easy, culture is not. And that is something, even in Marriott, as we've grown, that's been one of the cornerstones of how we kind of expand an endeavor. I mean, it's not easy. We've not always succeeded. But that, if there was one piece of advice, that's what I would say, that do not lose the core with scale.
All right, good. It's actually the thing that keeps us up most at night. And I actually have a solution for it, but we'll come to that. Devu?
So yeah, that's extremely important. I've seen some of the organizations which have scaled up very fast in the last some years. They've deviated from their core and the values. So that's a bit of a threat. At the same time, I think just a bit more risk-taking ability. I think for the organization, we've been very, very careful what we've done. It's remarkable in how in the last couple of years and the announcements that one reads about, and you've just now said the ideas to double up, is actually very, very encouraging, I must say. It didn't happen for so many years, but the fact that it's happening at this speed. But if we can just build in a little more risk-taking ability, because that's what many in an organization are doing on the outside. If you're excessively careful, we'll delay things, and I just feel that's one from the outside. I think we should do that.
You mean to say I should not proofread the menus?
Maybe not. Maybe not. You should not. Sanju and David should be doing that without any doubt, because they've been trained that way, and they have the ability to do so. I'm no one to give you that gyan over here, so you decide.
It didn't stop you before.
You decide.
He was my boss also in Bombay.
No.
You know, he was my boss in Bombay, and when Kasab came, I said, better him. What would you advise us, Mr. Chatterjee?
I think I agree with what the gentlemen are saying. There is definitely something which defines Oberoi's. Even today, we have a small gang of about six or eight of us in Sydney, and there's a gang, similar size gang of Taj, slightly bigger. And when we meet, there's this very friendly rivalry where the general consensus is, if I may say it in Hindi, Oberoi walla mein kuch baat hai. What they can't say, but so that's very dear to me. And with expansion, risk taking, AI, moving with the times, going with IT, you have to find a way as a team, to my mind, to not lose that. Scaling up only has an issue when you lose sight of what you said as core value, and you don't want to lose that. Of course, when you have so many hotels, I mean, there was a very nice discussion about brands today, and I ask, there are two Novotels in the same city, and one is here and one is here. How do you have your customer stay loyal to your brand? I don't have an answer to that, and I ask you guys to think about it. There's one Novotel. I used to work in Perth. One Novotel I will never go to. The other Novotel is brand new, sparkling over there. And the worldwide reservation system reserves you in one of the Novotels, and you go there and one day say, wow, and the next day you stay in this one, and it's like, so you don't want to lose that. And we are doing something right. And what we are doing, we don't know because we all learned the same way of culture in the school. So don't lose that. The school is very important. I also remember that the school was copied to the extent of Mr. Sudhir Andrews being poached by ITC. But did they get Oberoi's brand of success in generating management trainees and successful leaders? I don't think so. They may disagree. And they're obviously doing something right. They have a very big brand, but you don't want to lose that. That's all I think I want to say, that look, every man is different. We have got a kind of thing going for us in this group. We still enjoy meeting each other 20 years after you left. I think there's something that stays in this room and you want to retain that. That's about it.
No, very similar. Again, you always ask me last. So,
I apologize. I'll ask you the next one.
No, that's okay. That's fine. I'll continue with this. So, now I would continue to, again, echo what the gentleman here has said, and what Mr. P.R.S. Oberoi used to say, that, we don't want to be the biggest, but we want to be the best. You can still be the best even if you double, because you will not be the biggest. But I think like Gaurav mentioned earlier today, when it comes to the NSMO brands, I'll give you a personal example. We're opening the Hoxton in Bangalore. Hoxton, the owner is Sachin Pasricha, the founder. Owner is Sachin Pasricha. And they have their own CEO. They have their own COO, the brand. To release a general manager's vacancy post, on social media, on LinkedIn, I had to get approval from the CEO of the brand. They have grown in 4 years from 50 hotels to 200, but maintaining the sanctity and the core values of each brand individually. So it's not that it cannot be done, but I think you need right people at the right place. You need a team. You need a team dedicated to looking after these aspects, and I think it's achievable. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You tell us it's achievable. And I did mention to you that I did have a solution to this entire problem of how to protect the culture and to keep it. May I please, except for Mr. Chatterjee, may I please request the other three gentlemen to stand up. Also in the room, everybody who's running a hotel business of some sort in India, please can you stand up? Come on, I saw Mr. Chima. Very good. All of you, yes, thank you. Very good, very good. And all of you are Oberoi hotels. So please put your right hand up in the air like this. All of you.
No, he's saying all of them. All of them.
All of you.
All of us, all of you.
Including you. Say I.
I.
Repeat after me. Say I.
O.
The Oberoi Group.
The Oberoi Group.
A lot for what I am today.
A lot for what I am today.
And the least I can do.
And the least I can do
is not poach.
And not poach. We put our hands out. Oh, Ravish is agreed.
Did we get that on video, please? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you, Kiran. Thank you, Devendra.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chatterjee. Thank you, Amitabh. Thank you to all of you.
Lovely, thank you. Lovely meeting you. And all the best. You're doing. Thank you, Mike. Always a pleasure. Great job. Thank you.
Wow, that was quite something. I think wit was an understatement for sure. So let's give it up once again for the gentleman made in Oberoi. Thank you.